Good evening, my name is John, and this is the Paper Trail, where, like you saw in the introductory video, hopefully, I hope to explore a bunch of journals, a bunch of paper, and just find all the pair qualities to the names that we've all known for a while. It started, for me, as being a fountain pen enthusiast. Now, anybody who has used fountain pens for a span of time knows that fountain pens are just part of a trifecta, right? It's the pen, it's the ink, and it's the paper. And you can have a beat up nib that'll still write. You can have a misbehaving ink that can still flow to some degree through the pen onto the paper. But if you have bad paper, you get bleeding, you get ghosting, you get feathering, the thing falls apart, and it can really mess with the writing experience. So I feel like as much as I love these pens and as much as I love the ink, the paper is really the star of the show. That's why I want to explore it. That's why I am making the paper trail. Now, I'm a horrible procrastinator, and my fight against procrastination is this kind of not as developed, messy video. It's me getting it out there instead of trying to make it perfect. I'll be willing to, if the ball gets rolling, I'll be willing to make these reviews again and make it a more finished product. Feels weird to call it a product. Production. But anyway, for today, I would like to review a brand that I've seen a couple times now, but never really quite pulled the trigger until I picked it up a week ago, maybe a week and a half ago. And I popped into this lovely stationery shop, small stationery shop here in my hometown, Brooklyn, New York, called Mr. Boddington's Studio. Now, from what I learned, this is their only brick and mortar, which is exciting. They've mostly been supplying to other stationery stores from their online store. And I got myself this guy right here, a Rollbahn. Now, it says it is made in Japan, but I'm guessing, judging by the front, that it is German. Now, I wanted to save the opening. Unfortunately, I wanted this to be in one cut, but things happened. Whatever, blah, 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 we move on. Haven't opened it from here yet. And the second part, I'll record my use of it. Now, my intention is to review journals, review paper with fountain pens, with gel pens, with roller balls, with ballpoints, with pencils even, and try to relate to you how the pages feel, how it feels when you're writing on them, how the pages act when you're using your writing utensils on them. And at some point, even though right now I have absolutely zero experience with it, I'd like to even touch on watercolor paper, because, you know, if it's good for watercolor, I'm sure I would be able to show all the beautiful qualities that fountain pen and fountain pen inks have to offer as well. So yeah, Rollbahn. Here we are. Well, it looks like we've got a nice cream color on the pages. I've already beat up the edges because I am abusive to books, apparently. But nice cream color, green grid, and nice and soft pages. Soft, they feel They feel sturdy. I think this will be a good time. This will be part 1. Part 2 will be my writing sample. And then I guess part 3 I'll take shots and I'll show you guys the evidence as well of how the pen performs, how the pencils perform, and that kind of stuff. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are too. There's a signal that makes this start that I didn't know, but I'm gonna have to figure that out. I want to keep things objective. As objective as I can, because these are all based on my opinion, so it's not going to be objective at its core. But I'm going to choose 2 fountain pens. I'll choose a fine-tipped fountain pen. I'll choose a broad-tipped fountain pen. Most likely, I'll make a platinum preppy, right? It's ubiquitous. Or I can use a Lamy. And I'll use my Conklin Courage because I've got a broad nib for that. I'll have a Sharpie S gel pen, and I'll use a Muji pencil. Not just because it's a nice pencil for drawing, sketching, and all of that, but also because it's a very fine tip, which I have realized that on bad quality paper, it can dig in very, very easily. So it'll be good on paper like this to see how easily this digs in. I want to put this paper through some fight. As for a roller ball, still have to figure that out, but I will. And let's say a felt tip, micron. A micron. And we'll see, we'll see how a micron fares, how all of these writing utensils fare. I think I could be a little objective. I think I'm also maybe doing too much. Everybody writes with a micron, right? But people draw with a micron. Yeah, maybe. I'll keep it pencil, gel pen, and fountain pen for now. And if this channel picks up, if you guys ask for more, I'll gladly give you more. Okay? That's our deal. I'm gonna do the YouTuber thing, because this is brand new. I've never done this before. I've never done anything like it. I've just watched a lot of, like, the Pencast and Jet Pens and a ton of other YouTubers, because that's where I spend most of my time doing anyway. I figured I'd give this a try. You tell me if I should keep on going. Okay. I'm gonna be forthright with you. I have to do this. I'm not prepared to do this. I'm not organized enough. Where I live, it's way too noisy. So I'm just going to do it because I really, really, really want to use this notebook. And I don't want to lie to you guys. I still haven't touched it. I haven't touched a single page on it. And I've got like 2 other notebooks that I have bought. That it honestly should be like the 10th episode if this thing even takes off. And it's gonna be like the next episode because I want to use it like yesterday. So, yeah. This is going to be the review portion of the video. You can tell this is so many days apart because I've got like a whole different shirt on. whatever. I feel good. I'm feeling the paper here. Paper is nice and smooth. It is apparently watermarked. One second. Should probably take one page. I thought it was watermarked. It might not be watermarked. I'm trying to hold it up to the light to see if I see anything. I don't see anything. I don't know how this is watermarked. But anyway, this wonderful little journal, the Rollbahn, has some nice, smooth, well-weighted papers. At the end of it, it's got some plastic little folders. I was actually thinking about grabbing some flowers, don't tell anybody, from outside and just kind of doing, you're not seeing this, just kind of doing like a pressed flower in the sleeve, although it's going to be a little hard to get it in there without messing up the feathers. I mean the leaves. I'm going to have to control my mouth and it's going to be hard to do that. But okay. Anyway. So, eventually I'm going to hit a standard of which pens I intend to use. Okay? But at this moment, because I just want to get it done, that was the book I really want to write in. Still wrapped in plastic. Because I really want to get it done, I'm going to use a Sharpie. I'm going to use a... it is a Bic Boo 3 grip gel pen. It is your regular old run-of-the-mill ballpoint by, it's not by anybody, it's just kind of a promotional pen, but it's a ballpoint. And it's going to be my reason to use it, my limited edition Traveler's fountain pen in the factory green. I love the little story behind this. Let me know if you want to know about it, because otherwise I'll just be talking and you'll want to tell me to shut up. And I should use a thick pen as well. So, I'm trying to pay no attention to the shuffling of the many things here. Okay, so I didn't find it. What I'm going to do is cut it here. And then just reposition the camera, find the other pen. It's going to be an Esterbrook Architect nib in Nouveau Blue. Well, the pen is Nouveau Blue. And it will be a hyper-concentrated Massachusetts 54th by Noodlers, because I haven't changed it in a while and I just keep on rehydrating it, frankly. But it's a nice thick nib that if it's too much ink, it's going to seep through. It'll be bleeding and all of that, and it'll be wonderful for trying this out. It was either that or Conquer Courage that I have. Anyways, I'm talking too much. I'm going to cut. I'm going to set up this camera. We're going to do the writing sample with the 5 different pens. Yeah, give me a second. Okay, I just finished searching it up. It's pronounced glycopyrrolate. And I will spell it for you now. I'm going to write in script because, again, so this is going to be done in 1 takes. I'm going to be messy with it and everything because I want to deliver a wonderful video to you guys, and if you guys are unhappy with the format, I'll start changing it. But right now, especially, I don't have any followers, and I don't want to be messing up my writing experience because I'm focusing on this. I just want to enjoy these journals and this pen, man. So I'm going to do. Firstly, I'll just write my name, John. And Now I'm going to go ahead and, oh, let me see if I can focus it there. Cool. So, it's gonna be messy at first, I promise. I can feel this writing experience, and I don't know if it's because of the ballpoint pen. It might be, because I'm not used to using it anymore. I try to squeeze in fountain pen use as much as I can in my life. I just enjoy them much, much more. Okay, so yeah, that I can feel it. I can feel that writing. It's not that smooth. It could be a product of the pen. It could be a product of the paper. But that's why we're trying multiple pens. That's why I'm telling you about it. Either way, it's nice. Maybe I'll get a high-end ballpoint pen or just a Retro 51. I kind of thought about getting one of those. Here is the Bic Bu 3 Grip Gel. It'll be the same thing. They're right. You can tell this is a gel pen. There's sort of, it feels like I'm writing with water because it's kind of beating up. It's beating up on top of the paper. I'm scared. Okay, so that's dry, that's not, and it's been probably like 3 seconds, 4 seconds. But there's a drying time for gel pens, which is a good thing for fountain pens. If you know about fountain pens and you know about their qualities, you'll know that we want sort of slightly extended drying times. Those drying times in fountain pens are what allow it to show its wonderful qualities like shading and sheening and shimmering, or like the chroma shading and stuff. It'll be great. Here's a Sharpie. Oh, I'll use the fine tip first. I'm gonna have to shorten this. Not unlike anything else that I've written with a Sharpie. Oh, I should say, I also kind of felt it with the gel pen, but it was definitely smoother than the ballpoint. I don't know if that's me hating. That's just my subjective truth. Now, the nice big tip. Ooh, let's start from back here. This is good because using these little factoids is also going to help me in the future when I start studying for tech stuff and vet stuff. Okay. I have 2 more pens. Try with this. I did find my SD. Let me just move this down. Okay. But we're first gonna go with my beloved, newly beloved, Traveler's fountain pen. It's like I'm getting stage fright from writing. Okay. I can hear it, but it feels more like the nib is singing as opposed to catching on the paper. Here it is. This is the Esterbrook in Nouveau Blue. 1 second. I just rehydrated the tip a little bit and cool. Right. Doesn't feel too dry. I don't want to post this. But here we go. Okay, so this paper is misleadingly smooth. I guess I can kind of feel a little texture to it, but I can feel it while I'm writing. It's not the smoothest writing experience. I wouldn't call it unpleasant. Normally, how toothsome a pen is doesn't really bother me unless it's actually cutting into the paper. Like, unless I feel it actually carving out the paper, it doesn't bother me. That being said, to some of you who might be a little more sensitive about the paper, I would totally understand if it's not your thing. That's fine, but it feels like a good quality paper. Oh no! Oh no! It bleeds. It bleeds horribly. Oh no. Oh no, so excited about it. Okay. Well, it didn't bleed with the fountain pen. There's some ghosting, but it didn't bleed. Bled a hell of a lot on the Sharpie, even on the thin one. Maybe I think Sharpie is alcohol based, so maybe that's why. There's definitely ghosting, which I'm a little surprised because the paper feels pretty substantial. It feels pretty thick. But don't use a Sharpie on this. It looks like fountain pen will be fine. Hold on, let me abuse it a little bit. It looks like a fountain pen will be perfectly fine, seeing as how there's already some bleeding here. Forgive the shakiness. I don't have a stand. I'm just going to abuse this nice little area here. Just in case today my pen is running dry. Once again, this ink is Noodler's Massachusetts 54th. I bought it because it was a blue, it was a professional color, I could use it for work, and it is permanent as well. Has 3 layers, and I can feel it even after writing over it twice that it was starting to cut into. Ooh, look at that. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna have to clean that up later. Ooh, I don't like that. Okay. That hurt my feelings a bit. But listen, that's not bad. For the second, oh, I can feel that. For the second layer of that ink, it only bled a little bit. Even here, you can say that it only bled a little bit because I really covered that area. But here is perfect. I don't feel it at all. 1 layer and it will do perfectly fine, even with a pretty wet nib. Maybe in the future I will re-review this. Give me some critique. I'm open to critique. Don't be a jerk. Yeah. I am still looking forward to using this. I can still use pens. I can still use my fountain pens. That Traveler didn't go through at all, so that's nice. The only thing that I have left to try is surprise 6th tool. Oh, that's nice. I kind of enjoy it. I kind of enjoy that feeling. Hold on. Yeah, that's a nice feeling. Let's see. This is really how I write. It's just strange because I'm looking at it through a camera. I'll do a little doodle for you guys. Normally, I am pretty anal about trying to draw things that other people see, but here you go. Little kitty just for you. Yeah? It's horrible. It's atrocious. But anyway, if you like a paper that sings when you write on it, maybe you'll actually enjoy this. I kind of do. I think I'm an outlier in that case. I kind of do. Either way, I am looking forward to this. It's got a few good pages. It's got these little folders, which are nice. I don't know what this is supposed to be here. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna put this back on the stand. Hold on. Whew, this is a rough first video. I hope they get better, but I can't promise it. Like I said, I don't really want to sacrifice. I don't know what this is. I'll look up the site. If you're interested in knowing what the hell this is supposed to be, I'll have an answer for you. Ask me. But I enjoyed this journal. I'm easy to please, I'm not gonna lie, but I did enjoy this journal. I did like that with a fine tip, which is usually what I write with. I was able to write on the paper perfectly fine. It sung a little bit, it didn't bleed. The ghosting was there, but it was minimal. That's okay by me. I enjoyed the writing experience. I look forward to using this. I don't know what I'm going to use this book for, but I will be using it for more things. This little journal here. Do I want to do the YouTube thing? I don't want to do the YouTube thing, but like, I would appreciate it if you like and subscribe the video and just join me on this chaotic little adventure that I really want to call the paper trail. You have a good evening, and right here. Oh God, this thing could be like a felt tip marker with all of those paper fibers. Woo!